Hi friends, how are you all doing? So I'm back today with another interesting topic, and this is today's new moon. Today's new moon, maybe not exactly new moon because the exact new moon here in India is tomorrow. Okay, so but anyway, we are in the new moon energy, so might as well say that it is a new moon. So I have had some very interesting downloads, insights, guidance, especially it happens during the new moon and the full moon, as I keep telling you all. So this time my guides were talking about reuniting with your galactic family and first contact. Okay, now you if you have been surfing the spiritual world and YouTube videos and such articles and such topics, you must have heard the term first contact. Okay, and based on the movies that are made in mainstream media, first contact actually seems like, the ships are going to land and aliens are going to come out of it, and that kind of a thing. And maybe for some that could be true. I'm not denying how reality can play out for someone in their specific hologram. So, yeah, so I want to talk about my galactic family and first contact, okay? So, there is a phase on the ascension journey, on the Kundalini ascension journey, which is the monad embodiment. You must have heard about this also, the monad self. So, the monad self is above the higher self. So, let us start with the hierarchy. So, first we have the 3D ego personality, which is your ego personality structure. Okay, your name, your family background, your career, how much money you make, the things you own, your friends, etc. So, that is your, like a movie character. It's your construct, it's your form for the soul to inhabit. Okay, and in this lifetime and in different lifetimes we have different personas. So that is the first thing, your personality. The second level is your soul, which is also known as your higher self. Okay, so you reach this level when you uh, complete the seven chakra initiations, meaning you clear the blockages of all the seven chakras and you reach at the crown chakra level. So at that point is the soul embodiment. Okay, but then you have the higher levels of embodiment, and there is this stage called the monad embodiment, and above that the final stage is the avatar self, avatar embodiment. Okay, now when you embody the avatar self, that is the level when you must have seen these siddhas, no? Some of them can walk on water, some of them can fly, some of them can sit in fire without getting burnt and all of that. So some of them can appear and disappear out of reality, Superman stuff sort of. So that is the avatar level embodiment. Okay, so there are many tests for that. There are many tests. You just have to prove your metal. There are different type of tests before you can embody your avatar self. The test of love, the test of power, the test of intelligence, wisdom, discernment, patience. Lots of tests are there. So I'm talking about a monad self embodiment. This is also quite a long process, okay? It doesn't happen in one day, it doesn't happen in 1 week. It doesn't. There are different stages to it. So, the monad self is related to the crystal rose heart chakra, that is the seat of the soul, which is the seat of the monad self, okay? So, when I say seat of the soul, I'm not talking about the soul as in your higher self, I'm talking about the monad self. So, seat of the soul is the higher heart chakra or the thymus chakra or the crystal rose heart chakra. It's also known as the diamond rose heart chakra. Okay, so it has different names, crystal rose heart chakra or diamond rose heart chakra. I'm sorry, my voice is a little bit not as my usual self because some clearing is occurring in my throat chakra. So due to that, I'm having this kind of a voice. Okay, so just bear with me. And as I was saying, yeah, so that is the one stage, monad embodiment. So now during this monad embodiment, what happens is your higher heart chakra or the thymus chakra gets cleared step by step. Depends on how much time you spend in sadhana and samadhi, how much time you spend in integrating the downloads that come to you, and also manage your hectic hectic practical life, okay, which is like such a big challenge. It's like, you want to take a break but you can't take a break. It's just so bad. You need to have that what do you say, sword sharp discipline, like sword sharp focus, where you are like, okay, now I'm going to do this, and even if I want to do it more, I'm going to stop and I'm going to do that. And you need to be so good at your time management and discipline, because if you're going to juggle both and spirituality is such a thing, like, once you're on it, you want more and more till you get the final answers, and it's quite a long journey. But yes, there is an end point. There is definitely an end point. There is a point where you, after many years of research, you get to that end point, which is called enlightenment, and where you realize yourself. You realize first your soul self. It's just like how we grow into our identity. Like by the time you're 30, 31, you kind of have a grasp on who you are as a person, okay, and where you want to go ahead in life. You're really sort of stable in your path in your 30s, okay. So it's the same thing. It's like knowing your soul via your energy bodies, knowing your soul, and then knowing different levels of the soul, like the monad self, the avatar self, then the soul cosmology, as it is called. So one aspect of embodying your monad self and opening your thymus chakra, your crystal rose heart chakra, is uh, reconnecting with your galactic family and first contact. Okay, so first contact is not actually what they show in the movies. Okay, like some alien finds you and takes you in their ship and all of that. That can happen in astral travel. It can happen during ayahuasca ceremonies. It can happen during dream states. Okay, it can even happen in your daily life, like suddenly you fall to the ground and you're unconscious, and some aliens have taken your astral body in their ship and, you know given you a few upgrades. So all possibilities are true, can happen. But what I'm talking about here is something different. So when I say, for me, first contact, what happened is, during this new moon time, I was guided to show the movie. The Knowing came on my YouTube list, to watch list. Not that I had saved it to watch later, but it just showed up in my feed in YouTube. And you can check this movie out, The Knowing. Okay, so giving a brief, the movie is about these two kids who are starseeds. Okay, and these starseeds, they have that knowing that the planet Earth is going to destruct at a certain year, and they try to tell it through various messages. I mean, they don't know it consciously, like at the conscious level of their mind, but they try to communicate it through drawings, through numbers. But what happens is, they are rejected by society. Okay, they are rejected by society, and society thinks that they are crazy and the world is not ending and things like that. But actually, the aliens had given them a certain date, that by this date the disasters and things like that will start escalating. And they actually talk about the solar flash event, which is a belief in the new age community. Okay, and although I don't have correct information about the event, I have a feeling that the solar flash event is a real thing. It's supposed to happen. And usually the solar flash event is when the new earth and the old earth separate. So right now, for a certain number of years, the new earth construct and the old earth construct, 5D and 3D, are existing simultaneously. Okay, and all the light workers, all the star seeds are grounded in 5D actually. If you have are truly walking the ascension path, then you're grounded in the 5D earth. So it is the same place, same space, but on a higher frequency. So this will not always be. There is a certain window of opportunity. There is a certain number of years are there during which both these constructs will uh, exist together, because the people who are in 5D, the awakened ones, will be teaching the rest of the people and trying to get as many people to awaken as possible. Okay, because the 3D earth is going to stop existing. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of destruction on the 3D earth, and this is real. So the solar flash event will be that point in time when the 5D and the 3D separate. Dolores Cannon talks about it. If you can go and check the work of Dolores Cannon. So she talks about this event. Okay, solar flare event. Solar flare is going to separate the new earth and the old earth, and from that point onwards, the two worlds won't be able to see each other. Okay, so yeah, so this is the reality. This is how I believe it's going to be, but the movie that I'm telling you is slightly different. So in that movie, I don't quite agree with the director's mind, because he talks about this doom, gloom, destruction. That is not how the real truth is. The real truth is free will choices are respected. No one is thrown into destruction against their will. They choose destruction. That is the truth. Okay. So right now, all the starseeds, twin flame light workers are risking their bloody lives. For whom? For whom are we risking our lives? You know, it is not easy joke to be different. Okay, it needs a lot of strength to be who you are and do what you are doing. Especially when you don't, especially when the people around you are not on your same level. You have to reach a place in life where you are surrounded by like-minded souls. Then it gets a little bit easier, I can say. But otherwise, you're kind of a little bit isolated, thanks to internet, where it's not the case nowadays. But in my earlier years, in my 20s, I basically had addictions, which is like I always needed a boyfriend, and I always needed to spend time with friends. And I had these addictions because I couldn't really ground in who I am. I didn't even want to know that side of me, this beautiful side of me, because it wouldn't be accepted. Okay, so that is kind of what happens to these children, and they're very small. So they try to convey the message, but the world doesn't listen to their message. And then finally the destruction comes, the solar flash comes. But before that, the starseeds are contacted by the galactic family, and they're taken back in their ships. Okay, so the way the galactic family contacts the children who are starseeds is a little bit spooky. It's shown like, whispers and all of that. And that part in the movie, the people are called the whispering people. Okay. So the aliens or the gods or the galactic gods, they are called the whispering people. Okay. And they look like Pleiadians to me. Uh, Pleiadians and Syrians. And I'm a Syrian. So they don't speak, but they kind of telepathically communicate to the children, and they want to tell the children that we are going to take you. Okay, we're going to take you because you're a starseed. But the rest of the people have to go because they didn't listen and they didn't change their ways. Yeah, so that is how the movie goes. So I was led to watch this movie, and it wasn't just the feeling of watching a movie, because when you learn to read energy in conversations or in your own life as your day unfolds, when you're just watching a movie with your friends, or alone, that feeling when you're just watching a movie, and when you're given a sign, you're given an intuitive message through a movie or a video, whatever it is. So I had this feeling, and the energy that was coming through, especially it being a new moon, I knew that it was about my galactic family wanted to contact me. So let me come to the main point of the video right now. So the connection with the galactic family opens up when your crystal rose heart chakra opens up. Okay, so that is where your monad self embodies. Once your monad self embodies within you, that is when you have access to your galactic family, because that is the galactic level. That is the level at which the monad self exists. As a monad self, you are a galactic being. Without the higher heart chakra activating, without the crystal rose heart chakra opening up and balancing, you cannot connect with your galactic family. And your third eye needs to open. So both these chakras have to open. And of course, when your higher heart chakra opens, next thing inevitably your third eye chakra will open. It's different for different people. For some people, their third eye chakra is already open, and then their higher heart chakra opens. But for me, it's the other way around. Okay, my higher heart chakra needs to open up first, and then my third eye will open. So the first contact actually happened not through aliens landing on your terrace or whatever in your garden. The first contact happens when your third eye opens, because when your third eye opens, you are no longer in the matrix. That's why it opens in the first place, because then you can see through the illusion. Okay, and there are different levels to the third eye. Like right now, my third eye is open because I receive the downloads messages. I can understand energy. My third eye is open, but you know there's a next level where your clairvoyance comes on, and your clairaudience comes on. So all that is connected. The psychic abilities are connected to the third eye. So when your third eye opens, that is when you are able to, and your karma has to get cleared. That is when you are able to reach into those higher dimensions and contact your galactic family. See, there is one channel, teacher on YouTube is very famous. His name is Phil Good. So he has really sort of mastered his third eye. Okay, so he always talks about first contact, and he talks about contact with his galactic family. So you can check out his videos also. Feel good. I don't agree with everything that he says, but he has some really cool information which he delivers sometimes. So yeah, first contact is not the alien landing in your backyard or on your terrace. The first contact is when your third eye opens, because then you're out of the matrix. Then you of course you're a multi-dimensional being, and your body, your 3D body is in the 3D density, third density. Until of course through lots of sadhana you turn your 3D body into light body. That's a different thing. But as your body turns into light body, your surroundings also match you. Okay, meaning you are no longer in the third density either. You're in a higher density. It's not possible that your body turns into light body and you're living in the same 3D world. That is not possible. If you're because your body and the reality you see around are one. It's a holographic projection. Okay, the reality you see around is a holographic projection. So if your body is changing, you are not on 3D old earth, you are on fifth density earth. If you find one day that your body is turned into, most of it is glowing and light body, that feeling you feel, then you are not in 3D, you are in some fifth dimension, fifth density or sixth density. Okay, so that's how it is. And at the same time, there is a version of you in 3D also. So it's like those people who are still in 3D, who are still in 4D, they don't know that you've ascended. That's the tricky part, because we're talking about timelines here, and this is really complex information that even I'm trying to understand, but I know some of it, which I'm sharing with my community here. So if you like this info, please give it a like. Don't forget to give it a like. Share it if you find it, and subscribe. So Yeah, that is first contact when your third eye opens and your galactic family contacts you, and then it's like, when you have guides from your galactic federation, guides from your home planet, guides from a different planet. You can see them. You can see them. Okay, you can see spirits. You can see, because you're not in the 3D prison matrix anymore. You are a 5D being now. You are in a fourth density, fifth dimension, or you could be in fifth density also, which is sixth dimension. So you have access to all those worlds. So your body changes, your mind changes, your entire system changes so that you can see and hear those words. Okay. By this time, when your third eye is open, Kundalini is flowing in your Sushumna Nadi. Okay. Kundalini flows in your Sushumna Nadi. So that is how first contact happens. Okay. And it's not that, that's the relationship. You can see the, I mean, it's wonderful if you can see your galactic family, higher beings. And this is not just, again, it's not just for star seeds. Who wouldn't like to make a friend from a different world, from a higher density? Who wouldn't like to see Archangel Michael or the other archangels? I mean, who wouldn't like to see, you know your spirit guides, and beings from beautiful beings from other planets? Sometimes you're so sick of humans and this matrix life here that, being able to see your higher dimensional friends and guidance team is such a wonderful gift, if you can make it to the third eye, that is. Or the other technique is, you can go for this ayahuasca ceremonies, or you can go into deep meditative states and achieve that vision where you can, like shamans do. They take the plant medicines and then their third eye opens and they can access those realms. Some people can open their third eye and access those realms in deep meditation when they pull the Kundalini up. So there are different techniques, but to organically raise your Kundalini is what the ascension journey is. It's not just a short-time process induced by a chemical, plant medicine, or induced through altered mind states in a meditative trance state. It's not like that. It's an organic ascension process. Okay, where at every stage you have to face initiations. There are tests. So that is what basically first contact is. First contact is your third eye opening and you being able to see your galactic family, your higher dimensional guides, your Guru Mandala, your teachers, And once your third eye opens, you are also able to astral travel. Okay, and those people who open their third eye before clearing all their karma, they begin to see more of the negativity. It's not that when your third eye opens, you won't see any negativity. Like, even if you've cleared your karma, if you go to a negative location, you're going to see the negative spirits hanging around there. You're going to see dark energy. But if you uh, have a lot of karma and you happen to open your third eye, then it's not going to be a pretty sight. It's going to be very heavy on you. It's going to be really, really tough experience because you are in a lower dimension because of your karma. So you're going to see the negative entities most of the time because you still have those karmic attachments, no? You still have the psychic cords, no? So ideally, third eye should open when you have a sovereign energy field. You don't have psychic cords, and when you've cleared your karma, most of it. Okay, and you've understood how to live life in balance. Okay, at that point, usually naturally the third eye opens. Okay, because if you're at a lower level of reality, it's okay. So that is what I have to say about connecting with the galactic family and third eye opening, first contact, all these things. Okay, it's just first contact is your third eye opening and your high heart chakra opening. Okay, because to connect with your starseed family, you have to be an equal to them vibrationally. Okay, if you are not a vibrational equal to them, what do I mean by equal? Okay, equal means all your chakras have to be opened. If you're a star seed, then all the star seed chakras have to be open. If you're not a star seed, then you still have to work on your Merkaba. Like contact with your galactic family, you have to be at their level. Okay, you have to open up those chakras. You have to keep learning about all these things, and but you the minimum is third eye level. At least you need to open your third eye. Okay, that's when you can have contact with your galactic family, your guides, your team, your guidance team. Okay, so this is what I have to share with you for today. Hope you like it. If you like it, then give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share. If you check out my artworks, you can buy some if you are interested. Okay, so I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.